Good evening, Professor. Hope you're doing well. This is my presentation on the 5 C's of esports events. I chose to use the Fortnite World Cup. That is something that holds dear to my heart and something that impacted the world globally across various different cultures, which is why I chose the FIFA World Cup. The Fortnite World Cup. The Fortnite World Cup took place in 2019. This is the deep 5 C's analysis. This is a bit overview of Fortnite and the brief history of Fortnite. Fortnite is a popular battle royale game that exploded in popularity during the 2010s and was the pioneer for cross-platform gaming and reshaped the way in which first-person shooter games were developed due to successful battle royale style play. We saw like a surge in battle royale games post Fortnite. For example, in Call of Duty, they introduced a game mode called Warzone with similar features as Fortnite and progression system as Fortnite. With over 500 million players registered worldwide and its access through various gaming platforms, they monopolized the gaming market for a short period of time, in which they led them to taking advantage of the global reach, introducing the Fortnite World Cup. The Fortnite World Cup breakdown: 40 million players battling through online qualifiers for a shot at glory in the New York City's Arthur Ashe Stadium. That's the Fortnite World Cup in 2019. That was Epic Games' boldest bet on live esports. It was an unprecedented event of which we saw various content creators, various professional gamers, and various casual players all competing in the same building. And actually, the winner of this tournament was a casual player by the name of Buka, who was relatively unknown. He actually won the grand total of 3 million, but there was 33.6 million total distributed in the prize pools. We saw a peak viewership of 2.23 million per match or per event that was live streamed, mainstreamed their headlines. It took over the timelines of social media. It was a moment in time. Connection, mass participation from casual players to go to global stars bonding. The Fortnite World Cup excelled at creating emotional connection, allowing anyone to participate. It was an open qualification model, and that allowed anybody from any culture, as long as you had a Wi-Fi connection, you had the opportunity during these various events that were taking place to qualify, have a spot at the World Cup, a chance for you to win. It was very relatable, as even the winner of the entire event was someone that was just a regular guy playing in his kids and his mom's basement, just playing the game for fun, and managed to develop his skills to the point where he could compete with pros and content creators. And it was a great atmosphere with over 30,000 fans. It was done via LAN cables, and it was live streamed at an actual stadium. And there was a lot of celebrity integration. We saw a lot of content creators, a lot of YouTubers such as Ninja, such as Tifu. A lot of phase members were also present, which also brought attention from the entire esports world. It was like the whole world stopped, the whole esports world stopped for this event to take place. Control, Epic centralized power. They push precision and polish publisher dominance. Epic Games exercised a near total control over Fortnite competitive ecosystem. They handled everything around Fortnite to a T. Had kept a very short leash and allowing other people to get involved in their product. They were very hands-on and very confident in their products. You can see that in the Fortnite World Cup, as in they didn't have any additional sponsors apart from themselves and maybe G Fuel. They did not collaborate with other esports leagues and other registered leagues for them to operate their FIFA or the Fortnite World Cup. They have community criticism, however, over the patch timing during qualifiers. Organic creators clips are performing official highlights and co-stream drawing viewers away from the main broadcast. So it was hard for them to keep it, but that's I think That's another downfall of social media is that you can have just a complete monopolization of the pushing of your product, the publication of your product, because if a live stream event, there are other people that also want to be reacting, especially with the surge of Twitch. But at the time, they were receiving peak viewership of 2.3 million on their main page, so the control was justified to a point. Content, strength in execution, weakness in longevity, exceptional live production, but rapid decline after the event. As you can see, we have a little table that formed up showing how the execution was taking place and the gap that was left. Before the event, there was 10 week of qualifiers in the game promotion, and the advantage they could have also taken from this, so they could have put up a long form documentary showcasing all the rise of all these stars, all these underdogs before they even got a name. The content creators that got there maybe did not perform or performed as we thought they would. They missed an opportunity to monetize this even further via making series, documentaries, just a way to capture that moment in time. And the actual live event, the execution was, of course, the custom HUDs, player camps, pro broadcasts, which is very entertainment and engaging. It felt like you were actually there if you're just sitting there at the comfort of your home watching. But there was a limited onboarding for casual viewers. And during the post event, we saw a lot of highlights and interviews, but there was no definite, you know, why Fortnite's funnel worked. The Fortnite World Cup demonstrated one of the esports' strongest conversion systems. Casual viewers follow familiar creators that they're already watching. The content creators such as mentioned like Ninja, Tfue, they already had their audience coming into this, so they didn't have to come and make their name here. They brought in more people, so it was easier for people to follow. Booga's victory also reframed Elite's success as attainable because he was just a regular guy, not really known, not really having a big following. That showed you that oh, these guys are that are famous and that have made a name through this game are a lot closer in skill level to the average player than you think. Which made people believe that okay, anything is possible. And players entered creative mode to practice strategies that were executed within the tournament. So throughout the tournament, we saw a lot of different skills and techniques being used that revolutionized the way that the game ended up being played post Fortnite World Cup. It also saw a surge in cash cups and FNCS competitions, and as a result, there was a record qualifier participation of 40 million plus players, significant growth in competitive playlist engagement after this. Currency. Beyond the prize pool, to the note a key insight to note that is the Epic Games demonstrated that live service revenue can sustain large-scale esports without franchise leagues. As I discussed, they're very hands-on, they're very key on keeping control of their products, and they show that by maintaining control and having a centralized system without having to rely on or lean on the shoulder of other well-established franchise leagues that's been doing this time, they can still be successful. A lot of value was created. Publisher funded 33.6 million prize pool, so they already had the funding needed to attract and the budget needed to maintain this event. There's mainstream validation in esports that came from this. A lot of esports leagues started to take Fortnite more seriously after this event and saw all the attraction and all the revenue that it pulled in. And the launch of Booga as a global esports figure was just revolutionary. Booga even ended up having his own Fortnite skin, which I will talk in the next slide about how even after this, the increase in microtransactions of the game was something that is unprecedented and we have never seen before. Fortnite positioned the young uh, people and young adolescents. Fortnite is positioned now as a game for the young adolescents, for the youth, as a cultural platform. The surge in popularity also drove microtransactions within the markets and reach the brand deals for in-game skins, permitted them to tap into core culture as well. Timing is with trends. A lot of money has been made through microtransactions. They have had various collaborations such as with Spider-Man, Cartoon Network, all these different things. Even movies coming out, Venom, Avengers, has resulted in these results over here that we can see on the right hand side. As you can see, in 2019 post World Cup, they saw $3.7 billion revenue, and then you can see it just keep going up. 5.1, then goes down to 4.8, then 5.8, 3.5, 2023. Conclusion: Fortnite's World Cup legacy is modern esports is something that needs to be recognized and honored every day. The global esports revenue exceeds $5 billion every single year, and annualized leagues such as League of Legends, Valorant show stronger retention. Multi-game festival formats scale more sustainably, and what we can learn from this is that Fortnite's World Cup is massive, is culturally massive, but structurally isolated. I would recommend that they do more creator-linked competitive funnels, biennial World Cup model integrated in global esports festivals, because we have not seen a World Cup since, and revenue sharing co-stream ecosystems. My final insight is that the Fortnite World Cup provides visibility, and visibility creates belief, and belief creates competitors. And the model worked. We saw a bunch of underdogs come up, and Fortnite has changed the way that gaming and microtransactions and battle royales have been perceived in the esports world. Thank you so much. Here are my references.